The state of Ohio's rules for using deadly force have officially changed. Earlier this month, a new law was passed which gives protections to Ohioans in life-threatening situations. Various self-defense rights were granted back in 2008, which applied to the inside of homes and cars, but now, this Stand Your Ground law has taken away the legal requirement that people try to retreat in public situations before using deadly force. Naturally, this change has been divisive, with supporters saying the law gives much-needed protection to people caught in life-threatening situations, while opponents argue the law decreases the safety of people of color in particular and increases the number of gun deaths in America. One thing that hasn't changed, however, is that a standard must be met and proven before lethal force can be used. The standard in question is as follows. 1. A person must have the legal right to be wherever they are. 2. They can't be the one who started the altercation. And 3. They have to fear for their life or serious bodily injury, and must be able to articulate why they felt this way. In other words, this law does not give Ohioans the right to shoot and ask questions later. This standard has been much criticized, particularly the component about fearing for one's life. Opponents to the law feel this is too subjective and will be too hard to prove in court. Another criticism is that it will encourage confrontation rather than force people to find other, less violent ways out of situations. Conversely, many supporters of the law believe that, with proper training, gun owners could learn to de-escalate or altogether avoid violent situations, leaving lethal force as a last, drastic safety measure. On the subject of training, Representative Dontavius Gerals of Columbus is working with community leaders in his district to explain how the new law works, stating publicly, quote, "In my district, we've seen a large number of shootings and violence. I think about the increased number of incidents that are likely to happen now. I want to make sure my constituents understand the magnitude of this legislation on their lives." Gerals later added, quote, "Perception is power, and people don't understand the specifics of Stand Your Ground. They just hear the words and take a meaning from them. We're creating a space where the perception of this law could lead to violence." The level of effectiveness of Stand Your Ground laws in other states is varied, and it remains to be seen how this new change will impact Ohio specifically. Citizens are encouraged to do their own research into this law, to, as Gerals alluded to, gain a better understanding of what exactly Stand Your Ground means. The proper knowledge, combined with the law itself, could hopefully lead to less violence in the long term. This is Brian Crace reporting for Lights Camera Akron.